Hi friends, come with me to get my skates re-heat molded. I did get them heat molded the first time I got them back in November, but something felt very off about the left heel, like it was too tight and there was this weird bump inside, so we're going to redo it today. So first, before putting them in the oven, make sure to remove your insole, so this black thing, so that they don't shrink or get ruined by the heat. You then put your skates in this special oven, I believe it's called a convection oven, specifically for heat molding skates, anywhere between 3 to 10 minutes, depending on how stiff your boots are and if you started with a cold or hot oven. I left mine in there for about 6 to 7 minutes. After that, you put your insoles back in the boots, then quickly wear and lace them up. Just be very careful with all of the metal parts in your boots, so the lace hooks, the eyelets, and your blades if you have them mounted already before heat molding. When heat molding skates, you usually tie them tighter than you normally would so that they really form to every bump and shape of your feet. It's best to have someone else tie your skates for you, like what Coach Clemon is doing here. This is so that it's really as tight as possible without cutting off circulation, and that you don't position your foot in a weird angle. Don't forget to tap that heel down and make sure that your heel is really sitting in the heel cup or pocket, which is the back of your boot. Especially with my concern, I made sure that the left heel was really sitting properly in the back of my skate. I find that heel fit is really essential in helping me control my edges in every movement on the ice, so I took the time to make sure that both heels, but especially the left, were sitting comfortably in the heel cup or pocket. Once you're done tying both skates up, you wait for them to cool down and form to your feet, which takes about 15 to 30 minutes. The first time I got my skates heat molded, I just sat down and waited for them to cool, but the thing about my feet is that they expand a little when I bear weight. My suspicion was that the left heel formed to a smaller, non-weight-bearing shape, so when I was bearing weight and actually skating, it was too tight, which is why this time we resolved to try standing while the boots were cooling down. I believe another friend who's also in Jackson Skates and got hers in Canada, the skate tech there recommended that the skater actually stand while letting the boots cool down during heat molding. It's actually been a month since I got this process redone, and I think now it's safe to say that it worked. I am now 99% pain-free in the left heel when I skate. Another important thing to remember is that whether or not you stand or sit, do not walk around or bend deeply in boots that are still warm. It might ruin the shape of the boots. It's probably okay to micro-bend the knees like what you saw me do earlier, since Coach also asked me to bend just ever so slightly. But do not bend in a way that will really push against the tongue of the skate. You have to stay as still as possible while the boots are still cooling down from the heat. So yeah, basically I stood like this for almost 30 minutes. It was a bit tiring, so towards the end of the 30 minutes, when the boots were almost cool, I would sit down for a few seconds just to get a quick break. One more thing I almost forgot to mention, make sure that you're wearing the socks that you usually wear to skate, just so that there won't be anything weird or different when the boots shape around your feet. After the 30 minutes were up, I took them off and I tied them like this, and I left them like this for at least 24 hours. It's very important not to skate in your newly heat molded boots for at least 24 hours, maybe 48 if you can, to let it fully cool and let the shape set properly. Once that period is up, congratulations! You can now use your new skates. Hopefully they shaped correctly and you won't get terrible pain and blisters. Lastly, it's important to remember that not all boots are heat moldable, so always check with your brand first if your skate model is heat moldable. Again, different brands might have different methods for molding or shaping, if it's at all possible for your skate. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, just comment below, I'll try to answer. See you next time!